For my second informative essay, I am really interested in the JFK assassination, and that is what I'll be talking about today. The assassination of President John F. Kennedy on November 22, 1963 in Dallas, Texas, remains one of the most studied and debated events in American history. This essay will explore the circumstances surrounding the assassination, analyze its impact on American society, and discuss the key figures involved in the investigation and analysis of the event. Furthermore, it aims to provide various perspectives on the assassination and its continuing relevance in contemporary discussions of political violence and conspiracy theories. John F. Kennedy was inaugurated as the 35th President of the United States in January 1961. His presidency was marked by significant events including the Cuban Missile Crisis and the establishment of the Peace Corps. Kennedy's focus on civil rights and international diplomacy generated both admiration and hospitality. On November 22, 1963, while riding in a motorcade through Dealey Plaza in Dallas, Kennedy was shot and killed. Lee Harvey Oswald was arrested and later charged with the crime, but his assassination 2 days later by nightclub owner Jack Ruby sparked numerous conspiracy theories that would proliferate over the following decades. The initial reaction of Kennedy's assassination was one of shock and disbelief. The nation plunged into mourning, and the event galvanized citizens across the United States. The funeral on November 25th was attended by many world leaders, underscoring the international ramifications of his death. As the nation grappled with grief, the need for an understanding of the circumstances surrounding the assassination became urgent. In 1964, the Warren Commission was established by President Lyndon B. Johnson to investigate the assassination. The commission concluded that Oswald acted alone, a finding that has faced skepticism ever since. Critics of the Warren Commission argued that it ignored evidence suggesting that others may have been involved. Among the most prominent critics was New Orleans District Attorney Jim Garrison, who conducted a separate investigation in the late 1960s and suggested a conspiracy involving organized crime and the CIA. Garrison's conclusion fueled public distrust in the government's official narrative and heightened interest in alternative theories. In contemporary discussions, conspiracy theories about the JFK assassination persist. Recent polls indicate that a significant portion of the American public believes multiple parties were involved in the assassination. These views are amplified by the internet and social media platforms, which have made it easier for fringe theories to gain traction. Documentaries and podcasts often revisit the assassination, thus keeping it in public discourse. This explosion of easily accessible information, however, can lead to misinformation and confusion about the historical facts. The assassination's impact extended beyond conspiracy theories. It changed the trajectory of American politics. Following Kennedy's death, there was a noticeable shift towards a more cynical view of government institutions. Questions about governmental transparency and accountability became increasingly prominent. The Vietnam War further exacerbated the disillusionment as many Americans questioned the motivations behind government politicians. Kennedy's assassination also had implications for the presidential security. In the wake of the event, the Secret Service fundamentally altered its protocols to better protect future presidents. Legislative measures were debated to enhance the security of public officials, influenced by fears of political violence during the era marked by social upheaval. Key figures in the aftermath included Robert F. Kennedy, the president's brother, who later became a significant figure in the political landscape. His assassination in 1968 further implicated the climate of political violence in the United States and led to calls for major reforms in election politics. The attention of political assassinations created a grim awareness of the potential dangers faced by public figures. As years passed, the discussion surrounding the JFK assassination became intertwined with larger societal issues, including race, social justice, and the role of the media. Some historians argue that the assassination opened the door for civil rights movements to gain traction as leaders called for change during the time of mourning. The media's role also evolved as the coverage of the assassination reflected a growing public appetite for investigative journalism and transparent reporting. Looking forward, the JFK assassination will likely continue to be a subject of contention as analysis in popular culture and academia. As new documents have been released under the JFK Assassination Records Collection Act, scholars have the potential to gain more insights into the events leading up to the following of the assassination. These revelations may either reaffirm the conclusions of the Warren Commission or add layers to complexity to existing theories. In conclusion, the assassination of John F. Kennedy is a complex event that has left an indelible mark on American society. Its impact on politics, public perception, and history is profound. Debates surrounding the event reflect broader themes of trust in government, the influence of media, and the ramifications of political violence. The historical event is not only a moment in time, but also a lens through which we can examine the evolving relationship between citizens and their government. As we continue to unpack this critical moment, it remains essential to approach it with a combination of skepticism and a commitment to seeking the truth.